Hello everybody and welcome back to the city of Granite Shores and City Skylines, where today we just got all of the mass transit in. We do still need to connect a tram station somewhere, but after that all we need to do is hook it up, start zoning it in, and it will come in. Well, we do need to put some trees in there too, some parks, but first things first, we do need a tram, which must be built roadside, obviously. Actually, right there might not be too terrible, because then we could have it connect directly into the station piece, or the piece right there, which shouldn't be that terrible. Actually, I do want to do the move it mod a little bit, because since this doesn't connect up to that road up there, we can actually kind of level it out, because it goes up a little and then back down. So we don't actually need it to do that. So if we just leveled this out a bit, it does make the hill on that side a little steeper, but that's fine because we don't need it to connect to this at the moment, but we do need it to connect to this. So yes, very specific words. But anyways, if we connect it like that, we now have that. We actually don't need this lighted because trains will very rarely come through this. So oh, and no, stop complaining. Stop, off. We don't need you on yet. But yeah, so that connects the tram, which is nice. And I was actually thinking going through the entire area and leveling it out to some degree. Like making all the roads all nice and flat to some degree. Like this one right here specifically does not need to be up that high, because all the terrain around it is actually lower. So just drop it like that. Oh, we did miss one thing about the mass transit too that I just realized. What's not the piece I wanted. Oh my gosh. So we're going to do this. That should be eating a little bit of the soil. But what we were wanting to do is we need stops, right? Wow, why are you not snapping to any of this? That's really weird. But the issue is that the stops cannot be... Why am I not getting a standard length? Because 10 units would be right there. Oh my goodness, no, undo. Is that dug into the ground? Yeah, that... not -3, please. So, 10 units. Okay, that's interesting. We might have to edit this road a little to fix that. And as well, 10 units. No, I don't want you connecting to anything else. Right there. Ooh, that's pretty steep too. Or we might just edit. We're gonna have to edit some of the roads. But basically, these will be for each of the stops, or each of the streets. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for that one. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for that one. And I do kind of want them really close. So the idea is that can only have one. And that's why I'm making them one long, is because that is about the standard. So okay, we'll just do that. they turn off to the side to go into each of these. It will slow them down a bit, but what can I do? And then they'll turn back on when they want to go out. We'll add... I don't think I'm going to get 6. Actually, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get 6 if they're that long. They don't need to technically be that long. So let's pull it out something like 5. That should be long enough for a train just barely, I would think. Right? I could still put a stop there? Yes, I can. Okay. So, 5 units. Slope too steep, which should not be a thing. We'll have to level all this out, obviously. Let's drop it down to about the level of this. Which does start to make little cliff edge right there, but that's fine. We can fix it all in a moment. Turn the move it off. And we'll have to reverse that. What? Slope to... It works up here, dude. Why? Slope too steep and distance too short. Is that still too high up? Okay, let's try that. Well, it can go out, but I don't want it to go out. Will that change it? That changes it. Okay. There we go. It just needed a little inspiration. To there. Slipped. Oh. Why are you going into the ground? Yeah, why is it at -3? I did not change that. That is a chicken, a penguin, and an emu. Those birds cannot fly. Like, I get I dropped this, but that shouldn't have edited that. But there's 2. There's 1 in between, so... No. That does not work. That is not on the separation. Okay, you know what? No to road guidelines. We don't actually need them for this, technically. No, why are you going -1? You. Down to 1. No, stop it. I saw you connect somewhere around here. There we go. I feel like the big red bird, like not the main character one, but the big red one from Angry Birds. Oh my gosh. And it started dug in. Why? Oh my gosh. Like that doesn't work on either side of the road. Space already occupied. How is it already occupied? Oh, and this one started sunk in too. I did not see that till just now. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so we can't even make it off of right there, it would seem. Or can we? Okay, so this is being very weird in which... That is space already occupied, but just a little further out isn't? Well, that works. Does have to go a little wonky, but it works. So that's how we're gonna have it. But also the main idea of this too is that people can transfer if they really, really need to, from one to any of the others. And that's really the point of it, is to make ease of access. Because we really want to have as few cars on the road as possible, so... Gonna want you a little higher there, bud. You need to be level with that. I know it makes a bit of a cliff right there, but that's fine. So, turn the Move It mod off. And we can actually connect it right there this time, which is nice. And that would be 4. That's only 4. We will make it before the end, and hopefully before that hill starts, but still, that's only 4. Ooh. Okay, let's get this next one in. Everything looks good. Nothing is trying to be elevated above what it should be. It makes sense that this one's dropping like that. It is a little low on the far side. Okay, that obviously is not very flat, so let's make that you. I see what you're doing. I want you to stop. You as well. Okay, that looks pretty good. We may be able to, well, no, not elevate that because this is already pretty bad. In fact, this one needs to go down a little to make it look a little nicer. The idea is that, is that actually concrete? I can't actually see right there, but I think that might actually be concrete. The idea is, though, is to, that yes, we're building in a very hilled area. We're trying to make it all good. Okay, it's lightly raining. Turn the Move It mod off. Let's actually get one of these. It works. We'll swap that. And connect. And that is 5. So this will be 6. I do think that might not be concrete, but still, it kind of looks like it. And this bottom one always wants to fight me. In fact, it's not even clicking into the middle this time. To grid? No, we want it to snap to grid. Road length? Alt, Control. Okay, this one's not even wanting to go right there, so I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. So let's connect this one up real quick, just so that it is good. Actually, we might be able to do it from there. No. Can we extend this one out? We can. Out to there. And we'll have this connect and reverse. Problem solving. Ho! Okay, and I will try to make this all somewhat even so it's not all so janky. But we do need one more for up there. And to keep things relevant, it will actually be up on this top side. For a couple reasons. First, it's been giving me the least trouble. That's actually the primary reason. Oh, slope too steep. That's understandable though. Because it is starting this hill section. Don't break the world, please. It looks weird, but it will work. Okay, turn the Move It mod off, and that is now good. And there we go. We have all of our little stop areas, which actually now looks very interesting in the middle there. There's a bunch of light. Okay, let's ensure that all of this is fairly smooth. Just for the city's sake. It's okay if there's small drops like right there and right here. It's primarily that these edge pieces are fairly smooth. In fact, this one's a little high. It could actually get flattened out right there. Then this one's a little low. But other than that, that looks good. This one, and if it slopes right here, it's perfectly fine as well. In fact, we'd rather it slope down the middle here, I would think, than through these short points. So actually, let's try to get it to do that real quick. Make it look all nice. And that way, just the trams stop on the slopes. So, ooh, that piece is really low. Not as much anymore since I lowered that, but that actually can come up a little. And that needs to drop a little. And then it's raining really bad. The rest of the city's probably flooding pretty bad. Not over here, not yet at least. And one more to go. This actually kind of evens out this spot, actually. And right there. Which makes it so that it's a lot nicer coming down. This needs to be up a bit. In fact, viewing it from this angle would probably be best if I'm trying to level everything. And down a little bit. That kind of does look like concrete, tell the truth. Yeah, from this angle is much, much better. But let's drop some of these every now and then. Or every here and there to get it back even. Just because it looked even does not mean it's true. It seems like the further ones I had more issue with than the closer ones, too. That needs to go all the way down there. That needs to drop a bit as well. So does this one? And there we go. Starting to look a lot nicer. It's a lot smoother. We're getting into the areas where we have not fixed, so. Oh my goodness. The amount of drop right there. Okay. Oh, this one needs to be raised quite a bit though. Because it was dropped off the side there. Then for the last one. Oh, that's right though. We need to make sure that these are even. Rather than dropping that one, let's increase this piece right here. That way this can be more even with the roadside there. And in fact, let's increase this one too. Well, let's increase this side first. To be a little more... To be a little bit more. Then we can raise this to even it out. And then we could just have a hill right there. And even maybe even lifting this up a little. Just to get a nice slope on it. There we go. I like that. Okay, now we'll get the stops in later. Right now we need to connect this and get it working. So, let's get our big roads. Now, we got to imagine how we're going to have this connected. These are going to be gone, these two right here. But those, I believe, are the only ones that will be gone. Yes. In fact, we can actually get rid of them. Tell the truth. We don't need these here. Obviously something underground. Yep. Let's get rid of those. We do have some water pieces, I do believe. Here and there. That is a sizable divot that we do not need anymore. So we will scoop these up. I saw it highlighted. It is really hard to highlight. Ah. The corner down there. And yes. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at this from this perspective. So, if we have this come out down here, we're going to need it to circle back onto this, preferably after the ramp comes off for this. And we're going to need it to go onto this. You know what? Actually, let's get this in first. Undo. That is heavily elevated. I'm guessing it took from the location it did. We want it down to 0. Just drive it all the way through. That way we can take a look at it and figure out what we want to do from here. Okay. So we're going to want an off-ramp. Oh, also, these change. Okay, can I go back underground, please? So, we're going to want an off-ramp, preferably off of this right here. And remember, we got to pull it off of the inside. And I do want to pull it after this on-ramp part because I don't want any side connections into the city. So, actually, can we just... Actually, if we made it this... We did one of these. No, it's not really going to want to do anything nicely. Although... I still don't like that, so no. We're going to actually put it down... double. Dang it. Oh, and that was on too. Okay, well, easy enough fix, right? Okay, forced tunnel. There. Back to normal. Actually, you know what? I don't like that. Oh, gosh, really? Underground. That underground irritates me so much. You know what we can do? Let's just make this simple. We'll have an off-ramp off of this ramp that will connect to it. So basically, we're going to have a piece that comes from here, right? Oh, wow. Why are you 26 down? Okay, keep it out on that side. 18, that makes sense. Okay, now we want this to start coming up. Say to 9. We can have the merge point right there. And then we can have this come up to the surface. Fairly steeply, I would think. Because then we need to have it turn on to this. Just like that. And all of this is pretty hilled, it would seem. So it's not going to come on very nicely at any point. So So at the 9. And then gonna make a nice little curve to connect to that. Which it goes down more. Which doesn't make sense. I am getting obsessed with this Move It tool. So we can lift this up. Oh gosh, that lifts up the entire ground behind it. Okay, but that's fine. That's all we'll use the Move It tool. We're fine. That does indeed lift that quite a bit. Okay, so we have one on-ramp. We need the off-ramp for this to be back here. I almost want to say connecting into that. Actually, you know what? Connecting into that. That way, we can have, say, this curve. How is that going to look? Because I feel like that's going to look absolutely terrible. It does. In fact, this needs to be dropped. In general. And then this needs to be lifted. And then this needs to be lifted. Just like that, and we'll have it dive at that point into the ground. Yes, I know slope is fairly steep, but just work with me. To right there. And then we have this kinda. You know what? We're gonna have it go to like right there. We're gonna delete this. We're gonna have it curve into that. Just like that. And that does make this a bridged piece, which I'm actually not thrilled about. Let's have it stick to the ground. I'll level everything out around it. And there we go. And as promised, we'll level out the ground around it. Just so it looks a little bit nicer, as if it was meant to be like this. And there we go. We have our on-ramp. Or our on-ramps, should I say. So, which means that we can't pull it out any further than that, though. Unless we go over with the other road. So let's pull this down. You are not elevated, very good. Although we might want you elevated here in just a moment. Can you go to the length, not the road? Thank you. So if we want it elevated here, we can have it just go up into road real quick, or into an overpass real quick. Really? That's... Oh, because it was going down. I have to lift it even higher for it to even be flat. So no, that makes sense. But let's even this out. Nope, not that, this. Thank you. And I feel like this needs to be lifted a little too. Yeah, that, you know, that works. Let's just get onto the... I'm getting obsessed with the Move It mod. Okay, let's go underground. Remember, off-ramps before on-ramps. And in fact, that is the wrong side that that's connecting to. If we remember, no, that's the right side. Never mind. You get off on the right side. Yep. Okay. But that is the timer. I will finish this really quick off camera because I don't want to hold you guys to having to watch this because it is starting to become a little monotonous, I will admit. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like as it does help the channel, and do subscribe if you're not already to catch the next episode as it comes out. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please leave those in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. But for now, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.